Have you ever seen these brands, especially brands like ASOS, that just completely ban people from making returns? Sometimes I get it, because I feel like people are serial buyers and returners. Like, there's literally influencers who buy beauty products, the whole range, swatch them all and then return them. There's definitely a time and place for returns. Someone gets something wrong and it's not your fault, make a return. You know what I mean? I'm still down for that. But brands do make it increasingly more difficult for many reasons. Sometimes I'm just being annoying, and sometimes because people are abusing the system, right? However, one thing I wouldn't really respect is this. This is Jenny, and she has a story time about her experience with Next. So Next, if you don't know, is a big kind of like store that sell a bit of everything. And Next is known for, it's like a department store, but it's known for like its clothing and its furniture. And for some reason, people here in the UK go crazy when they have like a Boxing Day sale, you know, like the day after Christmas, which I'm not sure why. Anyway, they do close. And this was her whole experience with this situation.
Guys, I'm absolutely livid. So basically, in June, I bought my son an Adidas white t-shirt and shorts set from Next. I filmed it, I'll put it in here. In this dry fit set with the shorts. I think he needs 11 to 12. I think this is too small. Damn it, I think that's too small. I'm gonna have to quickly buy that again. Adidas is so small. That's going back. Should have checked. So that's the set. It was too small. Sent it straight back. Ordered the next size up immediately. So it came in time for his birthday, which was like in a couple of days. And then
normal things happen. Completely normal. You buy something for the wrong size, especially between different brands. You don't really know the size of something, right? So she done what anyone does. You pack it up, you send it back. Fine.
7 days ago, Next emailed me saying I'd returned the item covered in faeces. Like, are you actually joking? They've sent no evidence. They've just said, you've returned it covered in faeces. You need to pay us the £13 back that the outfit cost, plus another 35, or we're going to take it further and then it's going to go to debt collectors.
That's crazy. That is crazy. I want pictures. I want evidence. I want the visual of someone opening it and seeing all the poo. That's to imagine you've just sent something back and someone messages you, a brand company messages you, hi, we received your package but it's covered in shit.
I'm not going to pay. I've not done anything wrong.
No.
I would never return something like that. Who would do that? I'm fuming. I'm absolutely fuming. It's the fact that, and to make it worse, they've just closed my Next account. No evidence whatsoever. They've just closed it. So basically, I replied immediately within a few minutes. And it's been a week. They've not replied. And they've said in their original email that they're giving me 14 days to pay. So they're not replying. They're waiting for me. I've got another 7 days to pay. I'm not going to pay. I've done nothing wrong. I'm not paying for someone else who must have opened the package. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Someone else in the returns team must have done it or pretended to do it. I don't know. But you can see in that video, I've literally put it back in the bag and I've sent it back. No one's even tried it on. It's too small. Oh my God. Fuming. Has this happened to anyone else? Because I'd like to know.
No, it has not happened to me. But you know what? You don't know the journey of that product being sent back, getting to the warehouse where it's sent back, and then the journey from there to whoever. You know what I mean? It could be purposely damaged so that someone can keep it. Not saying everyone's a thief, but thieves do exist. Maybe they're like damaged, can't refund it, thrown it away, but they've actually taken it home. You don't know, something like that could happen. Maybe someone did shit on it. Okay, I don't know where this could go.
I don't think I could get more angry over this. So Next have replied, and it's got worse. I genuinely thought I'd get an email apologising, saying, don't worry, our mistake, here's your account back. That's all I wanted. But no. Basically, they said they've reviewed the case, they've looked at CCTV.
Oh, also, you can get a Next account where it's like you pay things back gradually. So you can buy like furniture, clothing, all this kind of stuff and pay it back gradually. And it's just saying they closed her account.
Of the package being opened in the return store. They haven't sent me any picture evidence, which I would like to see.
Yeah.
And that it was covered in faeces. So it's either one of two things. Either It got sent to me covered in faeces.
Shit.
But I've got the video of it, and it doesn't
Yeah.
look covered in faeces. But
Yeah.
I didn't look inside. I just looked at the outside, shoved it back in an envelope.
You would know if something was white and it was covered in feces. I mean, to me, I'm thinking it's caked in shit, right? It wouldn't be like, you know, a smudge here and there. Covered in feces means to me, like, oh my gosh, how dare you send this back when it's absolutely ridden. You know what I mean?
Sent it back.
Oh, sorry, my point was, so she would know if she was opening it and it was covered in feces. She would know.
Or someone's lying. Someone is lying, and it's not me.
Yeah.
They were very abrupt in the email. They said they refunded me for the item in goodwill, and now they want it back, and they want £35 investigation fee, which I'm not paying.
What? No, fuck that.
I know it's not a lot of money, but it's the principle. I've done nothing wrong. I genuinely cannot believe this is happening.
That is wild.
And then they ended it saying, basically, don't respond. I'll put it in here. Basically, don't respond. We're not going to.
They said, as a result, the item has been disposed of and you have been billed £13 for the item and a £35 investigation fee. The letter from our loss prevention team has provided details of when this needs to be paid by, or it will be passed to our civil recovery partner. The decision has also been taken to withdraw support on your account, and you will no longer be able to place any orders online. This is our final response, and no further communication will be sent from next. Imagine a company is like, you need to pay us this fee and this fee and this fee. Also, we're taking that refund back. Everything's covered in shit. Yeah, and you haven't done anything. That is wild.
Talk about this anymore, and your account's gone. You're not allowed to shop with Next anymore. I literally cannot believe it. I am so angry.
And it's not, you know, it's not that, you know, she can't shop with Next, anything like that. It's that a company is telling her she returned something covered in poo when it didn't happen. You don't want anyone thinking you did that.
Do you know what it is? It's the horrendousness of the accusation.
Okay, right.
To cover something in feces and then post it back. Like, who would do that? Anyone who knows me knows that isn't something that I would do. I'm livid. I'm absolutely livid. Does anyone have any advice of what else I can do? Does anyone work for Next? Can someone please...
Literally what you're doing now.
Help me. Because I'm actually willing to take this further. ChatGPT said take it to small claims. And do you know what? I will.
Don't use that. Not good advice.
I will. They can bugger off. I'm not paying it.
ChatGPT is not advice. It's not good advice. Listen, what else are you meant to do? What else can you do apart from now take it online where potentially millions or hundreds of thousands of people can see it and you know, comment?
So I have an update. I can't believe I'm still talking about this. I know it's not serious. I know there's worse things you can get accused of, but this is pretty vile. So I phoned and spoke to the guy who sent me that email saying we're not going to correspond anymore and we've seen CCTV of it. I was pretty angry and I said, so you've physically seen the CCTV, have you? And he said, yes, I have. He said he saw the person in the warehouse opening the package and then dropping it on the floor.
So could it not be feces and maybe it's just flawed dirt?
I said, did you physically see the fecal stains on the item? And he said no. So the way that sounds to me and the way they wrote covered in feces and the way the person dropped it on the floor sounds like it was on the outside. And as you can see in my video, the outside is pretty pristine. I hold it up to the camera. You guys can see the back of the shorts. I can see the front of the shorts. And there's nothing. It's pristine white. And then I pop it back in the envelope and I don't remove it until apparently it's taken out of the returns warehouse. Apparently it's been disposed of. So there's no evidence, there's no pictures, which makes things even more suspicious. So what has happened? What has happened?
So they're going to do this whole investigation. There's a fee to investigate, £35 for an investigation fee. What are they going to investigate? The CCTV, that where no one's actually looking at it properly and seeing if it's covered in poo? They're just gonna be like, yeah, we see it. No, come on now. You can't investigate without the evidence.
From it leaving my house to arriving at the returns warehouse. So it's either it got picked up from my house, and our Every driver is usually great. We've never had a problem with them. So a lot of people on here are saying it could be them. It could be, but if it's the same people that always deliver our Everys, I can't imagine it would be. Or,
and let me tell you, delivery drivers, a lot of them, obviously not all of them, but same with anyone in any job, don't have time to be. Do you know how much pressure it is for delivery drivers? People that deliver packages, stuff like that. They have set goals and all this kind of stuff, and they have to go. They don't have time to be opening packages and shitting on them and then sealing it back up and sending it off.
In the warehouse, trying to pull a fast one and trying to keep the item.
I think, yes.
It gets disposed of immediately if they report it. No one's filming them putting it in the bin. They could just take it, couldn't they? And just film themselves dropping it on the floor. I don't know. I feel like they did this to the wrong person because I'm not going to let this drop. But to be fair, the guy I spoke to was really nice and he was really apologetic, and he said it wasn't his fault. Senior members made that decision and he's just relaying the message. And he said he's going to go back to them. And he said he believes me, and he said he's going to go back to those members and see what they can do because he's going to try and fight for it. Also, with how unprofessional they've been, after all your lovely comments and support, which has been insane, I can't thank you enough. Next official DM'd me on here.
Oh.
They said, oh, we're really sorry about this happening. Send us your details and we'll make sure it gets passed on. I did. And then after I got my email saying, oh, we're not going to correspond with you anymore, it's a closed case, I DM'd them back saying, please, is there anyone else higher up I can speak to, because I'm not done with this. I'm not going to accept your final answer without any evidence, even though I've asked for it twice now. And they've ignored it. Then I've DM'd them again and they've ignored that. And they've seen it because you can see that it's been seen. Then I saw some of you lot have been commenting on next post. Just really supportive, justice for Johnny, which is hilarious.
So you have to see if anyone is ignoring you from the brand and you're in the right, it's a great thing to do. Take it to the internet.
I didn't expect any of this to happen. And Next have switched off their commenting and removed all the comments.
Oh?
Shame on you, Next. Shame on you.
Just refund.
Also, the newspapers want to write about this now, which I wouldn't usually want to do. I wouldn't want to take it this far, but I feel like I've got no choice. I don't know. What do you...
Do it. Go to the newspaper. Where do you go from here? Next is a huge brand in the UK, like massive company. What are you, if they're going like, no, we're not going to... Where's my camera off to the side? If they're like, no, we're not going to, refund you and we're going to take your money because someone else has soiled the clothes you returned, of course you're going to want to stick up for yourself and be like, that's inexcusable. Tell everyone.
So, right. I really didn't think I was going to talk about this again, but Next have replied after I requested a subject access request. So they've replied. They've said they can't send me the CCTV because there's someone else in it. So I've said, send it me with the person blurred, but they can't.
Yeah.
But they've sent me some pictures, ridiculous pictures, and I'll put them in here.
You can't.
So basically,
you can't see the product. How does she know that's hers? That could be anything. That could be absolutely anything.
these pictures show nothing.
Yeah.
They don't show the actual item.
No.
They basically show a plastic bag with a stain in it.
That could be anything.
They also sent me the interview of the person who opened the package, which incidentally, he signed 10 days after the item was received, which means he's actually signed the witness statement after I made my first video. That in itself, to me, that speaks volumes. So they received the return on the 25th of June. I got my first email accusing me of this on the 1st of July. 1 week later, on the 8th of July, I didn't get a response. So I emailed them again. I made my first TikTok on this. And then the handler's report is signed on the 10th of July. Make it make sense. He's saying the item was sealed perfectly, with the Next pre-seal thing. So that's one of the main reasons I reuse the packaging, because it's just easy. You peel off the thing and you reseal it. So he said that was intact. What they haven't shown is if that bag had my address on it, because I used the same bag they sent me. I don't have unused Next bags at home. It should have my address on it. They haven't shown that. You can clearly see there's just plastic bags with barcodes on it. That means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. What does that prove? And I'm sorry, that picture with a brown stain, that could be anything. Literally, you could have got a bit of kitchen paper, smeared it in mud, and put it in a plastic bag. It shows nothing. The interview also says, as soon as they opened the package, the smell was overwhelming and everyone around them could smell it. I want to hear from the other people around them. I can't fathom what has happened between the moment it left my house. So I left it on my front porch, and my Every driver, who is usually lovely, we've never had a problem with Every, has picked it up and it's gone back to Next. Something has happened between that time, and they've said because it was sealed,
it must be your fault.
It obviously seems like it's come from me, so it hasn't been sellotaped or anything, but anything could have happened. Also, I went back to the original email and they said not only was it worn, which suggests that the label had been taken out, it was covered in faeces. And you can clearly see in my video, in my evidence, it was not worn. I look at the t-shirt and shorts, I realise it's too small, pop it back in the bag. Yeah. Who would wear it? It doesn't fit my son, and it was for his birthday. It was a birthday present. Why is this happening? I bought my son a birthday gift and all this has come from it. I cannot believe it. Honestly, I genuinely, I've been losing sleep over this and I'm on holiday. It's not fair. I don't understand how this has happened. I don't deserve it. I'm a decent human being. I can't believe I've been accused of this. I just don't know what to do now. I'm not going to let go. Someone out there knows what's happened. And I need to find out. I'm not going to let this go.
No, don't. Let's get
it wasn't me.
Let's go.
Was not me. I'm not even asking for much. I just want all this to go away. I want to enjoy my holiday with my family. I don't want threatening emails about me needing to pay a fee and debt collectors coming round. I just want an apology. I want an apology because I didn't do anything. And I did want my account back. But honestly, after all this, I don't know if I do. I don't know if I could ever shop with them again. I'm really upset.
It would put a sour taste in your mouth. Like, if the smallest of experiences do us. I just can't get over. This is all based on someone accusing someone of covering sunken poo. And final part.
So I'm hoping this is going to be my final video.
Okay.
Next have replied.
Good.
I emailed, off the back of what everyone recommended me to do, I emailed the CEO of Next. He didn't reply for obvious reasons. I mean, he's a lord. But someone did it on his behalf. It's an executive level of complaints department. And they've apologised.
Good.
Which is literally all I wanted. I wanted an apology. They apologised for how I've been treated. And they said this is the last thing they wanted.
It was a little bit strange from the get-go. They were like, you've definitely covered these clothes in poo. And you're going to pay us a fee and this. Like, if there is the investigation fee and there is a chance for something to be investigated, why didn't you investigate before you're like, excuse me, you covered this stuff in shit? Why didn't you send an email that's like, listen, there's been an issue with a return. The return has arrived in an unsatisfactory way. We're going to investigate. We are holding onto your refund for now. We'll keep you updated. It's still not good. It's still not acceptable. But to be like, yeah, you covered your stuff in shit and now we have to clean it, or now we have to, throw it away, and you're gonna is crazy.
They haven't admitted any guilt. They've waived the fee and they've reinstated my account, which I'm truly appreciative for. They've specifically said we are not accepting liability, but we're doing this in goodwill.
Why couldn't they just be like, it got ruined in the warehouse. After further investigation, there was an incident in the warehouse. We're really sorry that we didn't have eyes on it. So just it's so easy. It's so easy.
We want all parties to be happy. That's all I wanted, to be honest. I think because especially I'm on holiday, I really didn't want the stress hanging over me. Like, all sorts was going through my head. Like, oh my God, what if this goes further? It's just too much. So since I've had that email, I contacted that press person I was speaking to, who was going to do a story on it. Because at that point, I was like, I don't know what else to do. I literally don't know what else to do. And they said they were going to go to Next themselves and see what they say. So since I've had that email, I have asked for the story not to come out, because I just honestly, I feel like
it's gonna be done.
I honestly don't want the drama. I feel like it's been a lot, and I know I put myself out there. I don't know. This just makes me feel a bit weird. I mean, it's not for something good, is it? And I feel like,
well, it's to put a business in their place. You can't have big businesses like this treating anyone any way they want to because they are a big business and have more money. They can't just accuse people of doing something they very clearly have not done and get away with it because they are threatening you with money. So it is for a reason. It's for a bigger reason, not just a refund, but to be like, you as a business, you can't get away with doing this. I am going to other humans on the internet. We are grouping together and saying we won't stand for this, just by comments, reviews, stuff like this, advice, and saying this is what happens when you mistreat your customers or anyone. So it is for a reason. It's for a good reason.
I just want to stop thinking about it. Following all this, though, I literally want to thank every single person who has believed me, who has been on my side, who is...
Sorry, I don't know why anyone would not believe her. Why would anyone not believe... Do you not believe her? There's no way.
Message, commented. I literally cannot thank you enough from the bottom of my heart. You've made this whole thing so much easier for me. I was at a point where I felt like I was being gaslit. So to have the literal thousands of you to tell me I'm not going mad, this isn't okay, it's made me feel a million times better about it all. I'm still a bit flabbergasted by it all, to be honest. After I got those pictures, I did email back and I wasn't happy with it, and I requested more information and whatnot. I still wasn't going to let it drop, and then I got the apology email. At the end of the day, it doesn't excuse what Next did to me at all. They've still accused me of something I haven't done, and they're not accepting liability. They're not saying they're wrong. I genuinely feel like an investigation needs to be done internally because something's going wrong. I've had so many messages from people saying the exact same thing of what they think has happened, and people in the know that pretty much know what might have happened. So if anything comes from this, I honestly want Next to investigate, because it's not fair.
So there's always some people in the know who are like, yeah, this maybe happens sometimes, this maybe happens often. I don't know. I'm just assuming, and this is what could have happened.
That this happens to so many people. I just happen to have a TikTok account and made a video about it.
Yeah.
But what about the people that don't? So my anxiety has eased, to be honest, after they've said that. It hasn't, because the news person was saying, well, the news still has to come out. And I really don't want it to. I genuinely don't want it to. I feel like I just want it. It's done. It's done. That's causing me stress now. God. I don't know. Anyway, I hope this is the last video I have to make on this. But again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your support. I love all of you.
And I don't think... if you are mistreated by a brand, even if they apologize, it isn't the case of like, oh no, they apologize, it's fine. It's a, you still fucked up and caused me all these issues, these feelings, these emotions, this anxiety over £30. Like, you know, for the fee. Like, it's, you were mistreated by a company who thought they could scare you into ignoring the fact that somebody within their business fucked up and not you. So just because they refunded you, it doesn't mean they're off the hook. You might be pleased with the result, and I'm glad you got a good result, you know what I mean? But they're not off the hook. They still fucked up, and there's still no conclusion as to what happened. The conclusion is they're not taking liability, but you still went through all of that because they refused to take responsibility for something going wrong on their end. It didn't go wrong your end, we know that. The guy said it was received in perfect condition. Our friend here didn't cover it in shit. So somebody on the next end did. So they are going to allow something to happen within their business and then gaslight you into thinking that you need to pay them a fee. And even when they return your money, they're like, oh no, we're still not taking responsibility. Let the news come out. Let the news come out. It's not to do with you anymore. It's to do with the fact that this is a public thing and they didn't fix it fast enough. Relax. Relax, you're fine. All right, let me know your opinions down below. It's such a strange situation. I can categorically say she did not cover her those clothes in poo. Let me know your opinions down below. Thank you for joining me. Give this video a thumbs up. Hype if you can. I will see you very soon. Bye.